And we are live. If you're watching us live on YouTube, awesome. I'm going to be helping out a handful of agency owners grow their business all the way from booking calls using ads to doing their discovery sales calls, helping them with any question that they have regarding those topics, as well as service delivery, right? How do you get good results for your clients? How do you upsell, retain your clients? All those kinds of things I'm going to be going over today. So if you get value from this video, awesome. Leave a comment, leave a like, leave a share. And if you'd like to join one of these coaching calls, well, then scroll down to the description within this video, click that link. It'll take you to a page where you can book a call where I can learn more about your situation, see if I can help you out. Okay. That being said, without further ado, enjoy.
Yo,
Mr. Lauren, what's going on?
how's it going?
What's up with you?
Nothing, man. I've been on Facebook support for like the past 2 hours, and I've been transferred to three separate agents because I'm trying to like run this retargeting ad, but it just like won't let me run it for some reason. So I'm
What?
trying to figure that out.
What is it like not spend or what?
No, it just says add errors, but the thing is like the error shouldn't exist because it's basically just duplicating an ad set. So it makes no sense.
Hmm. So what's going on with you guys over there at like what are you guys doing? 'Cause I know you guys have your ebbs and flows. What did you guys recently crack that you guys are like, okay, cool, things are working again. Like what are you guys doing different? Is it at the ad level? Is it the creative? Is it call?
Um, Honestly, just like a little bit of everything. I think like once we really dialed in our niche and really like understood their pain points, it's just been like, I don't know. Like it's just like everything has been unlocked because the thing is like for the past couple of years we've been like leveling our skills up. You know what I mean? It's just like some calls you get on, it's just like, oh, this person's not ideal here and there. It's like, but now it's just like so it's like I jump on sales calls and I say the exact same thing. And I've like learned analogies that work really, really well with the person that I'm like talking with, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
And it just relates and it hits harder. And like we're just like the closing rate's up and the cost of a call is so low. And it's just, I don't know. It's just everything is working. Like I'm tapping on wood right now because I don't want anything to break, but it's crazy.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that tapping on wood feeling. 2 years of just like post-traumatic stress disorder of like when's shit gonna break.
Yeah, so we like interviewed. So one of my friends I went to college with, she's a music teacher, and I was telling her about like everything I was doing because once we kind of like switched niches, I interviewed a lot of people
Hmm.
and I just wanted to know like, hey, like what ad would make more sense or like what lead magnet would make more sense or like what resonates more with you. And I did that for like 2 days straight where I interviewed like over 10 people and recorded the calls and like had chat GPT like go through and like give me the similarities and stuff. And then I like would write ads and I'd be like, which one is going to work the best, etc.
Hmm.
Um,
That's
and
really
we
smart.
just we just took like the same concept of like the pointer ad that we've been running for like 4 years, rebranded it, put a couple different words on it, and like boom, like
What do you mean?
everything works.
What do you mean by pointer ad? Which
Basically it's like the video where it's like,
you're pointing at? Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
But what are you like what are you pointing at? Like good, whatever, and then your headline is for teachers. Like what's the difference?
Yeah, so like basically it's like at the top it's like the call out and then it's like do you want X thing? And it's like more energy, eliminate pain point, DM me this word. Like it's a super easy ad. Um, but we basically like we look like a teacher, we talk like a teacher, we filmed the ad in a classroom. I mean, and it's just like, bro, it's just it's fucking retarded. Like it just works so well.
That makes so much sense. So you guys like I'd like to see the ad, but so it's like what I'm wondering, I have so many questions, but like so it sounds like you did market research to revamp your marketing and now with the right ads, so you're doing an IGDM ad, you're not doing the follower ads.
Yeah, we haven't ran follower ads in like over a year, 2 years maybe.
I don't know. With you, I just keep. It's like one day it's follower, one day it's DM, one day so I don't know. So
Yeah, no, I we stopped running DM ads for like over a year now. Or no, follower ads, sorry.
because I thought you guys were doing like local, because I know you guys were doing local follower ads and you said they were crushing, but
Oh
that's
my God, they're so good.
but they're non-niche, right? And you don't want to do that.
Yeah, yeah. So like for example, bro, like if I was going to become a coach for online fitness coaches, that would be the first thing that I would ever have them implement because they can differentiate themselves from the market so fast.
You know what bro, all right, so going back to like what we were talking about, okay?
Hmm.
So remember, like one of the issues that you had when you were running the IGDM ads and you're getting people, it's like, oh, what's your fucking niche? What's your this? What's your that? Right? Look, I would only do this if you 100% believed in it. And again, you'd have to see the numbers. But if this is truly, when I have more questions, but if this truly is crack, like you're saying, where it's like it's the teachers, you've dialed in the marketing, you've dialed in the script, that's literally all you would do is like every single, it's almost like you have like a franchise where every single personal trainer of yours is selling to more more teachers, and you give them the playbook. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because that's the fastest way you can get them results. You already, instead of like helping them dial in a niche and all this shit that you've been doing for the last 2 years, you just give them the exact playbook. You're like, hey, this is the perfect niche. This is my secret sauce. This is what we've been doing. And I'm just helping you do it because this is my way of scaling because I don't want to scale my team. So I want to scale through you guys.
I mean, yeah, but the thing is like what really helps us and like what really makes it work is like the fact that we have access to schools, et cetera, and some people might not. It's just kind of like doing that, we're inviting competition within ourselves and our own business. And it's not like I'm saying like there's not enough teachers because there definitely is.
That's what I'm saying is if you didn't make whatever you're doing the main baby and that became the main baby, does that make sense? Because you would be creating competition. So it would be like your
Yeah.
lion share right now is 100% here. Eventually you realize, okay, I'm making way more money here. And so eventually you're probably going to end up shutting down whatever you have here because you're going to be making so much money doing that. And so you haven't
Yeah.
shifted.
I mean, like I just wouldn't be open to it because one, for that reason I just said, then two, it's like I don't want to convince someone to do something that they don't want to do. It's like, hey, like in order for this to work, you have to do this thing. It's like I don't want to do that. Like I want to someone like it's kind of like if someone comes to you, Koshik, and they're like, hey, here's my vision, here's what I want to do. It's like I don't want to take people off that track. If that's who they want to work with, it's like I want to be able to make it happen for them. But
I
at the
get that.
same time, it's like
At the end of the day, so here's what we're
my
doing.
goal, like I don't want to work with fitness coaches that are making 20 to $30,000 a month. Like I just don't. Um, and the reason that is because like I've invested in so many different programs to get where I am at now. And I truly understand what is actually needed to get them at the next level and give it to them in a way that they need to hear it in the way that I needed to hear it. Um, and I truly believe like if I was able to like if someone came to me right now and they're like, okay, I'm a fitness coach, I want to scale to 10K per month, that I would be very confident that they would, if I charged them like let's say 5K for 3 months, that they would make their investment back within like a month or two. Like there's no fucking way.
So what I'm getting at is like, again, like as you know, you've done like B2C for quite some time, but B2B, as you know, is a different beast. And at the end
Right.
of the day, the most important thing is those first 30 days.
Yep.
That's it. That's it. Because you want to collect paid in fulls within the end of those 30 days. So
Yep.
again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I know, what I think would work if you went that route, what I would
Yep.
do if I were in your shoes. So like for example, what we're doing is there's so much stuff that has happened in the past few months since you haven't been on some of these calls, but for the portrait photography stuff, um, I don't want to spend too long because I want to know more about like what's working for you. So I don't want to spend too long here, but because I feel like we can talk about this one on one. But what we did is like for portrait photographers. So if we run ads and we try to get wedding photographers, that's a red ocean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being with
Okay.
Alex, right? If we run ads for portrait photographers, that's a blue ocean. Why? Because nobody's really marketing towards them.
Okay.
Okay. And so when we get them in, we close the deal. It's like really cheap. Estalon can kind of maybe share some of his numbers. He's fucking cracked some crazy shit, bro. He's getting like book calls for like $20 or some shit. It's like insane.
Yeah,
Um,
dude, that's fucking dope.
his cost per acquisition is like $75. It's like crazy.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And so if you close a deal for $75, compare that to closing a wedding deal, it's going to cost you like $1,500. Very big difference. Now, what we do is on the sales call, we say, hey, which one of these niches are you interested in? uh, family portrait, weddings, this, that, and then what we do is we plant a seed. Oh, weddings. Oh, I'm so glad. This is like actually like the perfect time for weddings. I'll get into that here in a bit, but what we do is we rotate between different niches, depending on what's hot. Do the sales call,
Mm.
close the deal, and then at the very end, we're like, hey, so you did say you want to do weddings, right? They say, yeah, cool. And then we basically launch wedding ads for them. Why? Because if we launch portrait ads for them, it wasn't working. The return on ad spend is not high enough. The profitability is not high enough. But if we run wedding ads for these portrait photographers, they get a shit ton of money. So that's the strategy we pivoted to. So what I'm getting at is if I were in your shoes, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but what I'm saying is that if it were me, I'm sure, again, this is not going to be a one night thing. It's going to take some time to think about. But let's just say theoretically, there's a way for you to run the ads from your ad account for Lauren or whatever. And then you were able to feed those leads over to them. And then they were like the closer and the coach. And then you did that for the first 30 days and you made them an ROI so that they paid you the 5K pay in full. And then you gave them the blueprint of, okay, now that you've done this for 30 days and we've handed this on your silver platter, now go out there and get your own niche. And here's how you do it. Kind of like what I do, where I give people the 6 figure 6 weeks and then they niche down.
Yeah. So I guess like I mean the route that it sounds like you're saying is like the problem that you're trying to solve is basically get them results as soon as humanly possible. If I'm understanding that correctly, right?
Make them money within the first 30 days so that you can collect paid in fulls.
Gotcha. So like with that being said, like that to me makes sense, but I don't even think I would have to go that route because I think within 30 days they should be able to close their first deal.
I don't think first deal is enough, bro. I think like enough money where it's like they've made a ROI on like at least a quarter, if not half. Like,
So that's the difference I think between you and I because I think what you're thinking is low ticket and for me I'm thinking like more high ticket up front. You see what I'm saying? Because like I understand what you're saying, but I feel like in your strategy is just kind of like okay, low ticket, let's get them in, then let's charge it. For me, I'm just like okay, why not just get it all up front? And like I think that's where we're misaligning, if that makes sense.
yeah, so what I'm saying is, so here's what I'm saying. So when it comes to So if you look at Cam, the reason Cam shit works so fucking well is because the offer is so damn good. Where it's like, hey, it's not $2,000 a month. It's going to be $400, and then you don't have you don't have to pay anything until you get your first close. And because of that, his close rate is so fucking high. And so that's what I'm kind of pivoting to with all these guys. Well, like Eston, for example, it's like we go $1,500 or $600 a month. They say no 600. Okay, cool. How about $150 a week? And then you don't pay the second payment until we make you an ROI. When you
Right.
have those kinds of no-brainer offers, yeah, you can collect the 5K really fast. Granted, if you want to do, a bunch of sales calls, discovery calls, Mason, until that person pays you the 5K, like go for it. If that's what you want to do, go for that so that you're not dealing with any of that stuff.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking like, I mean, I can kind of craft an offer like that where it's like half up front, then half after, or something along the lines of that. Because I feel like that could still work because,
But your DM thing was so different. Your DM strategy was like, it was that funnel. Remember, it was like you got them into the funnel, then you did a DM conference, then you did a discovery call, then got them to pay 500. There were multiple steps in there. So if you're
yeah,
going to do something different where you're just hopping on, you're going to collect the 5K, or half up front, after, that's a completely different kind of like offer and strategy and market.
yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Because if I was gonna go down that route, like, yeah, I mean, it's hard to because the thing is like, even if I ran the ads for them and I ran the leads for them, I can't close the deals for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it doesn't make sense because I can still get them to get on sales calls with the same like with a different funnel, but them still not close the deals. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that was like an issue that I was running into because the people that were booking like we would run the ads, we would take their ad spend, we'd run the ads, and the problem was never like not getting on calls. It was the fact that they couldn't close them, and that's why I'm like, okay, let's say I even take the people and I run the ads and I run the funnel, I do everything for them. It's like if they don't close the deal, I'm still fucked. And
Right.
that's why I'm like, to me, it just doesn't make sense to go more volume on the low ticket offer and just kind of make an offer where it's like almost like hybrid and meeting me at the middle at what you're saying, which is like
So you're saying
it's
that you,
$2,500
yeah, you
and
want
then you won't pay the rest until you make 5K.
Right. Gotcha. So your thing is like I would rather run the ad, hop on discovery calls, and only accept people that are willing to pay 2,500 and pay the
Exactly.
and then if they close, great. If not, they don't close, but I've already ate. I
Yeah,
already that makes,
exactly.
that makes sense.
Yeah, because like it's like I 100 like 100% understand what you're saying, but like for me, it's like I don't want to go through volume to get like people to finally say yes or to close the deal when it's like I could at least collect half and then be like, okay, let me actually service you. Plus, those people are going to pay more attention to like what I'm actually teaching them.
Yeah.
It's like I give someone the ad spend, it's like if they don't make it to the call or they have like they suck at sales or et cetera, like it gives me time to work with them.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. Um, what is there something you specific? I know we just kind of been shooting the shit, Mason. Was there specific things you wanted to hop into before I kind of talked a little
No,
bit?
not really. Like I actually have a sales call in like 45 minutes. So I'm just kind of chilling for right now, but I'm still talking with like Meta support right now about this fucking ad thing that's going on. So I kind of just joined to just say what's up and, catch up with everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're all kind of in a place like Ronnie, Riviera, Estalon, they're all in the same place where they're trying to crack ads for weddings. I don't know if Aiden's gonna hop in. We were all hoping Aiden would be here so that they could talk to Aiden.
You should reach out to Ethan, man. He's
Yeah,
running, I think he's like still running those wedding ads. He's closing deals all the time.
really? When was the last time you talked to him?
Yeah, I talked to him today, like 2 hours ago.
Oh shit. And and he's closing deals through the wedding ads or
Yeah,
really?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can hit him up right now.
Yeah, hit him up. Be like, hey, bro, like I'm talking to Koshik right now. Are you still running your wedding ads? And what kind of numbers are you doing? Because his funnel is completely different than what these guys are doing.
Yeah, I just texted him. All right, by the way, would you? All right, I gotta read this meta stuff, so move on to someone else because I gotta bitch him out.
All right, cool. Let me see
I'll
if
let you know what he says though.
okay. Yeah, yeah. Um,
Oh, did you take a look at that sales call that I had? Did you have any feedback on that? Because I have no idea what the fuck I could have done better.
I have not had a chance to watch it, but thank you for reminding me.
No, you're fine. You don't really have to watch it. I just was wondering. But that call was just like wishy-washy. Like there were so many different things I could have done better, but it was just like the end. It was just like frustrating.
Hmm. Yeah, I know what you mean. Fellas, hope you guys are doing well. Ronnie, Riviera, Estalon. Um, Give me just a second. Gonna be right back, and then we'll start chatting. But you guys can start like talking amongst each other, Riviera, Ronnie, Estalon, because you guys are all kind of in the same place in terms of cracking ads, trying to figure things out there. Don't be shy.
Okay.
Somebody start the conversation.
Hello? What's doing?
What it do, guys?
What's up, man? Hey, how you doing, Daniel?
Dude,
You
your ads got me stressing, bro. I got $2 leads and
Oh, fuck, it's crazy,
like
bro.
$20 a day is like got me like 20 leads in like 2 days, bro.
That shit's crazy, ain't it?
Dude, I had to slow it down just to freaking deal with all of it because I'm like I got other production shoots going on and yeah, it was crazy. Mostly instant form ones. I think out of 20 of them, two of them booked through the landing page or whatever the call funnel thing, and then like 18 of them were just instant form.
Okay.
Um, out of those 20, I think two said stop, but I still have to go through them all. I'm still working on that, just because I was kind of slammed the last couple days. But so I'll probably have better data like in the coming days on like pickup rate and all that. And but yeah, I think that is kind of a challenge, but that can be solved too when I start having open up schedule. But I guess the big thing for me, and I think I've heard from Koshik tell me about Ronnie, was like just cracking the wedding ads. I had a thing, dude. I paused things with my client Tim because he was getting bots, and then I did like some new things with Wendy. I basically gave Wendy the money for here's $200, run ads on your account, $200 worth. And then I tried a bunch of things and I got them to be real. Like they're just saying the date, like, hey, I have Riverside, California, June 17th, I have a wedding and she was getting a lot of that. And then I just took what was working there and I put it in directly back into Tim's, like the same, exactly the same. Um, and dude, Tim just got flooded with bots. So I'm like, dude, is this like an ad account thing? And the only thing I can see that's different is that literally the UI, the way it looks on her ad manager and his ad manager, it looks kind of different. Like little buttons look different. Like hers looks almost like newish. His looks like old school ad manager. So, but I think that's just like a design thing, right? I'm sure like Facebook rolls that out to certain people first before. So I'm probably just overthinking it, but yeah, I think maybe it's just. I mean, I haven't tested enough creative for sure. I've been looking into another guy named John something. I don't know. He's like Alexander Ma's like #1 competition, I think. But this guy, all his clients' results are, UK, which is weird. And this guy sounds like he speaks English, like American English. So I'm
Yo,
curious if he couldn't beat Alex Ma at his own game. So he's like running ads over in the UK. So, but I was looking into the way he does his ads based off client testimonies. We made 100K this year, da da da. I like basically made a whole like ad library of like 4 of them, and they all running different kind of things. No offer, just kind of like their photos, carousel style with maybe some long form of like some story driven like captions, but nothing like offer based like Alexander Mall. But that's the only thing I've kind of seen different than that. But sorry to just dump it on you, but I'm sure you guys are maybe relating to some of this.
Oh yeah, that's some good info.
Excellent. Have you launched wedding ads for anybody?
I
Or
have not.
no?
No.
So
so
you
real
run
quick, Koshi, I already am talking with Ethan.
yeah, yeah. By the way, Ethan, he's a member. He was inside the coaching program a while
Yeah.
ago. His niche is like weddings, so
Yeah. So he's doing, it's interesting because I mean, we could talk about it later, Koshik, but it doesn't really matter right now. He's kind of doing something else as well. But his, uh, his cost per lead right now, I think is like 250. He closed 5 wedding deals and 1.2K of ad spend. So his cost per acquisition is $250.
what the fuck?
Yeah. So if you guys are looking for wedding ads, I might be able to hook you up.
Oh well.
Does he can he I can reach out to him, but like if you can ask him really quick, if you're free, Mason, just like, hey, are you running instant form ads? Are you running ads into a funnel? Are you doing DM ads? Like what exactly are you doing? And is he currently running ads? Or did you say he's not running ads anymore right now?
No, he's running them as we speak.
Do you know his Facebook page? Can you just check it out?
I don't know if I know his Facebook page. It might be Evo Media, if I'd have guessed. EVO.
He's in New York, right?
Yeah, he lives very close to me. I've been to his house a couple times.
When did you guys become best friends? I didn't hear anything
Dude,
about
we've always been friends, man. We've hung out like multiple times. Yeah, see, this is the new thing that he's working on.
you
Uh,
marketing agency that transform brands through
so
stories.
he's doing it for like hotels or some shit.
Interesting. Yeah, guys, this is Ethan. Uh,
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his. I'm texting him right now. I don't. He kind of like.
yeah, find his Facebook page. So I'm just trying to grab this because obviously like he's getting good results. We do have Aiden in the house to share some stuff with us.
Yeah, I filmed a couple of weddings with Ethan.
This is not Ethan. This is a
No,
different
no, that's why I was saying it might be Evo Media.
uh Ethan Hill visuals.
Yeah, yeah, that's Ethan. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's Ethan.
Where's
Yeah,
this?
bro. There might be me and Ethan, we film a wedding together every year.
You get every year? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's our tradition. Each year that we go and we film a wedding together.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so like if I have like a old college friend that's getting married, I'm like, "You ready for our wedding of the year?" He's like, "Yep." Then we'll go and we'll drive there or do whatever we need to do and we'll film a wedding.
That's too funny. All right, cool. Maybe page and transparency. I don't, this page is currently, all right, there we go. All right, cool. All right,
Yeah, that
so
might be it. Yeah,
Your
he's
wedding
been
day goes
running.
by in a blur. The vows, the tears, the look that your partner gives you walking down the aisle, it only happened once. I'm Ethan Hill, and I don't just film weddings. I capture the moments you'll forget you even missed, the ones that make you feel it all over again. If you want a wedding film that brings you back to the best day of your life and not just a video of it, let's talk. Click the link below to see if we're a right fit. I look forward to hearing from you. Your wedding day.
All right. So guys, there you have it. He goes to his website. Uh, that's too funny. $2.50 for an opt-in? That's no way. That's crazy.
That's what he told me. So he said that with this one, so yeah, two book calls so far, probably a few more. So that's what he said. So he was running ads. I know he was running ads that were not just in the US. Those may be the ones that were super cheap, but these ones right now that he's running are targeted on the East Coast. Um, and he's got booked calls from that one already. So I mean, I don't know, but obviously you can talk to him and get more info, but like that's to my knowledge what he's saying, which I mean, I believe him.
I believe him. Yeah, for sure. So, thanks, Mason. I'll do a little bit of research
Yeah,
myself.
you're good. I'm honestly gonna dip out, guys. I'm gross. I have not taken a shower today. I've been working all day long, so I'm gonna take a shower and I got a sales call after this, but it's nice catching up with everybody. So yeah, I'll try to get info from Ethan for you guys or Koshik if you want to reach out to him on your own, do your thing, just let me know. So we're not both,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I'll probably reach out to him. You don't have to reach out to him anymore.
Okay, cool. All right, you guys have a good one. Enjoy the call, and I will talk to you guys later.
Peace.
Nice to see you, bro. Take it easy.
Go film a wedding.
Nah, not yet. Usually it's like the summer month, so it's actually probably coming up. We already did one earlier this year, but or last
Invite
year.
me. Invite me. I'll be there virtually with you guys.
Okay, I'm
I'm
down.
I'm serious. Hit me up.
I will. All right, bro. I'll
All right.
talk to you guys. See ya.
All right, guys. So what I was thinking was, Ronnie, Riviera, you guys, maybe Riviera, if you want to hop in and maybe just kind of share what you're doing or actually like, yeah, maybe that, but like it might be a good for you and Aiden just to like chop it up and then Ron, you can watch and then maybe you can kind of chime in if you're doing something different. But actually before that, since, Ronnie, Aiden, Riviera, we're kind of working on the same thing. Eslan, is there something that you wanted to chop it up about specifically, bro?
No, I haven't launched ads yet for anyone, but based off what you guys were just showing about the different wedding ads,
Yeah.
um, I did see someone doing the same thing as Alex Ma, like the same ad format, but they're running it to the website as opposed to the DM. So I'm not sure if that's something that we can try out,
Interesting. Yeah, yeah.
like to the website, the opt-in form specifically instead of the DM. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. But is there anything that you wanted to like chop it up about? Any question that you had specifically, bro? Like for your case, like where you're at overall?
no question. I'm still trying to figure out more than anything, like the quality of the leads from the recent batch. I've got like seven. I actually did update my my KPIs, and it's pretty fucking crazy. Like seven booked sales call. Out of those, only done three. Two of them rescheduled today. Have two tomorrow. So this is again from like that $75 whatever. So I guess a lot of that will determine, once I actually complete the week. And but no question, other than I'm just trying to still going after those same leads and trying to schedule discovery calls and harassing people a little bit for a week or two. So
Okay. So $75 and then live discovery calls, you've had 10. One person no showed, seven of those people booked a sales call. You've had three so far,
mhm.
three no showed. That's about normal. That's about average. And you closed one out of those seven already. Um, but yeah, I mean the numbers are insane, crazy. Do you feel like there's a bottleneck or anything here, or do you feel pretty like, oh, I'm chilling here, like nothing of concern?
Nothing of concern based off the answer that they're giving me, that they're at least part-time photographers making money. I
Hmm.
think the concern would be if there's a lot of people saying that they're not making money, but that's not the case. A lot of them are saying that they are making money. So, meaning that there's potential, just whether or not I can close the deals and whether or not I can get them to show up to the sales call.
Yeah, yeah,
But that would be like concerning if it was like, oh, the lead quality is trash. But I don't think they're trash. I think they're normal.
yeah, yeah. So far, things are looking really good, bro. Rivier, has your experience been pretty similar to Estelin's?
So today I had kind of finally the time to call some of them. Some were answering. Out of I had 20 leads basically in flux, 21 actually. I think I called half, and then of those half, I think only two answered, but one said call him back later tonight, and then the other one, yeah, I don't know if there was like some issue with like the connection or something, but I'm probably gonna call him again too, just because I think it was genuinely like an issue. So I don't know. There's some bugs on my end. So but yeah, there's another like portion I still need to call. So that's kind of where I'm at with it right now.
So 20 people opted in. How many of them booked on the calendar on their own? Anybody?
Just two.
That's not bad. So what might be worthwhile is maybe if there's time today or maybe after this call for you and Estelan to chop it up or inside that chat that we have because I know that Estelan I think has like a specific like message sequence or something and he's getting people to respond through text. And so I don't know if you have that set up. I'm guessing you don't have that set
No,
up.
and yeah, no, I do have like a text setup, but nobody really responds to it. So I kind of have like the way Cam had his, but not really, yeah, not really getting too many messages. So
So yeah, that might be something that, for us to talk about or specifically for you and Estelan to talk about. I'm guessing that'll probably make a difference. I mean, Estelan, what do you feel like makes the biggest difference in terms of you getting a hold of these people? Is it like you're relying on the text and then hitting them up during the agreed time, or is it kind of like regular instant form ads where you just have to do heavy footwork of like, hey, you got to be ruthless and just follow up and then get them to book? Like what's the obviously people are getting for cheap, but like what's the tactic to get them to show up to these discovery sales calls?
I would say is
Is it different? Is it different than the call funnel, or is it pretty much the same as the call? With the call funnel, like, are you guys, because I know different people do different things. Like Ronnie, for example, he'll talk to them before the actual call. As soon as somebody opts in, he'll try to have a conversation with them. Like, I guess, like, what's different between what you're doing now versus what you're doing with the call funnel? Are you doing anything different?
so I got the text from Ronnie where he's asking them questions about like what problem are you having specifically. So this is after the text that looks a little spammy because it has a stop thing.
Yeah.
So my second text is that one that looks more genuine,
Okay.
and some do reply to that, and then double calling and then calling and leaving a text after every single call.
Hmm.
Uh, I found recently I'm just making shit up in terms of the text that I send them to try to get their attention. Like, hey, are you a photographer? Question mark. Just making sure this is the right number. The reason is because you requested a call because you needed help with your business, with your photography business. So I got one person to respond to that. So I'm like, okay, I might try that on the next person since this one responded to it or whatever. So just literally making shit up in terms of texting them and then double calling them.
So
So
basically, you're not really using text to get them to agree to a specific time and then calling during that specific time. And then pushing, and that's your discovery call and you push that to a sales call. Instead, it's just brute. It's just like, hey, trying to use text to bait them to respond. And then from there, once you have them baited, just hitting them up and then using that to be the discovery call and pushing that to a sales call.
so initially, because this was like over a week ago, so initially they were for whatever reason I just can't and I was gonna track it and everything. They were booking the calls themselves. So it was like seven people like booked the calls themselves. And I was trying to see, okay, where are they actually booking the call? So tracking the activity in the CRM and stuff. I think they were doing it from the form. Some of them it looks like they like saved the page and then booked it later because um they were booking before I send them a link to book it because I will also text them and send them a link like, hey, blah 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 blah. Just try giving you a call. but go ahead and book your own call here, and I'll send them the link. So I wasn't catching exactly where they were booking the call exactly.
I guess what I'm saying is like a majority of the discovery calls that you've had, are they from those kinds of people, the ones that are booking on their own, or are a majority of the discovery calls that you're having is like just brute force working all the leads and like getting those people to show up, the ones that don't book on their own?
The first ones were like strictly booking on their own, and it was like
Those are the ones that more like
90% would actually 90% will actually show up to the call or answer the phone.
and so the other ones that did not book, those are the ones that you're just like hitting up nonstop, trying to like get them. But then is it like half and half you're able to get them, or is it like it's a very minimal percentage of those people that are actually hopping on a discovery call with you? The reason I'm asking this question is because of just time investment. Is like if you don't have if you have a setter, then yeah, maybe it makes sense where we have some designated person that's going to brute force try to get those people to show up. But if it's not, then maybe the best use of your time and our time here is to just focus on the people that book on their own through the calendar. That's kind of what I'm getting at.
That makes sense. So the second half of my attempt, so I'm doing like follow up one day two, follow up day one, follow up day two, like so I'm completing those three follow ups. I'm moving them over, and then I'm going to um I'm doing them over, then I'm sending like a mass text or something like that. And then from there I'm starting the batch again of calling, and before I'm sending other texts. I don't know if that makes sense, but the other half who didn't book on their own, they're not showing up as much as the ones who showed up. To just answer your question.
Yeah. So my theory so far is, obviously like, if you guys have the time, like work all the leads like you are, but to me, it's almost sounds like it's just such a high volume, it's almost impossible. So it's like we should maybe, again, the priority goes to the people that book on their own. Like that seems to be the higher intent people, the people that have the more money and all that stuff. And so, I don't have like a thought right now in terms of like what the best move is. I would just say like I would say that if you guys, my theory is that if you guys run the ads, you guys have the people that book the call, you guys prioritize those people, and you guys are making enough money from those people, you don't really even need to, I shouldn't probably be saying this, but work the other leads that don't book on their own. And then once you guys have enough cash, then maybe you have one specific person that you hire out that works all those other leads. I think that's maybe how I might play it if I were you guys, because again, you guys can't keep like halting your ad spend, right? And that's kind of what I'm seeing over and over. If you halt your ad spend, again, we don't grow. So it's like it's way cheaper than obviously the ads that go direct, again, what we were previously doing, add to call funnel and all that stuff. It's $75 for like a discovery call. It's way cheaper than that. And it's, again, you guys are making an ROI. So hopefully that makes sense, Rivera, Ronnie, and Estelan. That's probably how I would play it, where I'm like leaving a little bit of money on the table, but in terms of my dollars per hour, my dollar per hour is significantly higher. If that makes sense, that's all that really matters. All right.
I had a question. So excellent. I had a question. So basically, when you're getting people in through Go High Level and having a conversation, are you using that same message, like saying, "Hey, are you a photographer?" or "What do you need help with?" Are those like the two things that you're mainly using right now?
Yeah, pretty much. I can show you guys if you want. But pretty much like the first one is introducing myself, saying like, "Hey, this is Esto, with a marketing agency that helps photographers, blah blah blah." And then the second one is the one asking like, "So what do you need help with?" Let me see. I'm trying to get it right now. So yeah, so the second one is just asking them what exactly they need help with, and a good amount of people have responded. At first, it was like a lot of people were responding, then kind of slowed down. Um, some people are still responding to the text just based off like random text that I make up.
Yeah, I found I think I told Coach Sheik I actually found two of them that actually like work really well. Like I'll use like one of them like, "Hey, like when they book a call." Essentially, I'll be like, "Hey, we're super excited to have help you book like 10 to 15 sessions." Essentially, because that's like kind of the thing I've noticed that they remember from the ad.
Oh, nice.
So I think that one like works pretty well to get them in. or like just say like we have like an opportunity in your area, just in case like they don't respond. I think that's like a really way to like kind of like hold a care and get them back in.
Yeah, I did notice Ronnie did that where there like one of his closes was actually that is like the lead would not respond and he was like he kind of did Drew's strategy of like, hey, I actually have a lead for you. And then that got him in and then Ronnie closed him. So there's that.
How
Um,
did that happen? Did they be like, "Oh, where's the lead?" Did you? How that happen?
You just gotta transition the call into like kind of like basically I don't know how to explain it, but like you gotta basically have control over the call and then it doesn't really become too much of a problem.
I think what Ronnie's maybe saying is just like they kind of forget about it. Is like
Hmm.
you just kind of hop on that call or like, hey, is this so and so? So you do weddings, right? Or you do this, right? Cool, man. Well, I'm gonna ask you a series of questions, just kind of see if this is a good fit or not. Um, and then probably just have a series of questions, and from there push that to like a sales call, I'm guessing. Is that
Yeah.
yeah?
But I just the first thing which I think I noticed, I think I always say like, hey, nothing's for sale on the call. We're just trying to see if we can help you out. So essentially that way they also like I think that's like a really good thing to like say to like help them like lower their guard. So you can kind of like get them to where you want with the questions that you ask them.
Yeah. So yeah, excellent. Anything else, bro, that you want to go over before we start just like talking a little bit more about service delivery?
If you guys want to see the text, I could show y'all now.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Let's see. I sent a request for she. Something else, Daniel, that maybe you already did this change, but I wish I would have done it from the get-go. Um, I had everybody going straight to this to like where the regular leads go under book discovery call. But I ended up making a different stage for instant form leads, so that way you have it a little bit more organized and start keeping everybody from the instant form leads there, and then dragging them to the schedule because I was kind of, they weren't
Yeah.
technically booked schedule, so I had them in the wrong stage. I don't know if you already made that change.
Yeah, I made that change. I actually saw it from, I think you showed your something in one of your Loom videos. So I
Okay.
just copied. Yeah, but that was yeah, super helpful.
Excellent.
Cool.
Is it letting you share or is it not letting you share?
Oh, I sent a request. It says,
I think I clicked on to approve it.
oh, let me see.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually didn't even start it then. Oh,
there we go.
so I think this is a standard one we all got, just introducing ourselves. Do you guys still have something like that for the first one, or are you asking a question right away, Ronnie, like from the very get-go?
I'm using the same one as you actually, and then I say the question like manually.
Oh, okay. I
But I
have,
probably should do an automation too.
yeah, basically the question you had, I just had to wait 3 minutes and then ask. Just really quick, would you mind if I ask a question? What kind of help are you looking for to get your photography business? Um, so yeah, that's pretty much just the question I had in terms of that.
And this
And
is something everybody gets regardless of whether they book on the calendar or not. This is after the opt-in.
wait, so you're asking me after they opt in, uh,
Um,
whether it's Insta form or not?
yeah, so basically the flow that you're showing that happens after somebody opts into the instant form ad.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, cool, cool.
Yeah, whether they book a discovery call, or just different triggers. This one is for the form, lead form, and then the other one is for the book call.
And then after they book the call, do you have, so yeah, well, I wonder what that looks like, or unless you change that, or if you didn't change that, then
Yeah, it's actually the same, but it was getting a little fucked up because it would get like double text. I tried doing both triggers at the same time.
yeah.
Apparently, I didn't do it right, so I just made a separate one and made different triggers because they
Uh,
were getting a lot of text. I think that might have hurt me in the beginning, actually. Because it took me like a day to like see these people are getting hammered with like double text and shit.
Hmm.
So discovery call. But I saw the thing with Brea, by the way,
Yeah.
on the ad library. So I'm gonna try to talk to him because I can at least get numbers in terms of what his numbers are looking like. Because
Right.
it sounds like it's going good for him right now in terms of like weddings. And he just now turned on the ads. So I think he has like less than 3 weeks since he turned it on.
Okay. What makes you say it's just like your personal conversation with them? He's things that sound like they're going well, or
Yeah, just personal. Based off what he's saying, he closed 107. So he told me he closed 107. But I don't know the ad spend yet. He had told me about it earlier, but he's actually one of the case studies of what's his face of Alexander's mom.
oh wow,
So his case study was like $113 spent and booked like a 8K, something like that, or something crazy.
shit.
But I'm gonna try to talk to him. The one thing I'm a little weary about is the recent because I told him about the wedding ads and how because initially I wanted to run it myself as well,
Right.
what cash flow, you know. The reason I didn't because we're good, bro. We're really good friends, but I don't want that shit getting back to Alexander Ma some way somehow that we're literally running the same shit. Like he doesn't know yet that we're running the same shit he's running. You know what I mean?
Bree doesn't know that we're running the same as him, or Alex doesn't know.
Bria.
Okay. So you're
So
saying
I don't want him.
you don't want Bria to know because Bria can maybe tell Alex.
I don't want to say that he's gonna just like snitch like that, but I don't know if it might somehow. I don't know. I just
Somehow
don't.
like get to him. Somehow I got you.
Yeah, I would rather be safe. So I don't want him saying like I kind of mentioned him. I mentioned it subtly. I'm like, oh yeah, man, we have some of the students they work with Alexander Ma. They're running. We've seen this ads because he was showing it to me. He was
Mm,
like, bro, this is what I got. This is what I'm doing right here.
mhm.
Literally the same ones. So literally the same ones.
Yeah, yeah. I saw him pop up on my feed. Ronnie saw him pop up on his feed, which is fucking weird because I would assume, and this is interesting because like I would assume that they're running the ads towards females, but obviously we're obviously both males. But yeah, bro, like see what you can find in terms of numbers. I would assume, bro, it's very similar to like what Aiden's numbers are, like $150, $200 per close.
Mhm.
Um, just really quick off tangent, bro. Like, so is this photography group with like five other people? Because I saw like multiple people in the group. Like, are they all like splitting the cost? Do you know, or what's kind of going on there?
No, he's just doing different creatives. So he works with other people. Like there's a photographer he works with, but they're a completely different business. They
Uh-huh.
just happen to sometimes work together. So he just got the photo together. So he's just doing different creatives.
So I didn't know if he had like his wedding company was like multiple people. So it sounds like he's running the ads for himself, and those are just creatives, but his business is his own. Okay, gotcha.
As yeah, I know that he for example, he has a photo video package that he's promoting. I don't know if he's splitting that with the photographer. You know
Uh-huh.
what I mean? Or I don't know what he's doing in terms of that. So he has a specific ad that's talking about photo and video, which
Uh-huh.
is was going to run something similar, like photo and video, and then hire out like the conversation we had talked. Um, so yeah, but I will find out more information because he's like, yeah, man, I might need help on this campaign. Want to get your thoughts on it. So I want to see if I can actually get in the back end of whatever he has going on, so I can share it with you guys.
Yeah, that'd be dope, bro. Well,
Mhm.
he said he's looking for help. It's like the technical side, like clicking around like different settings or like service delivery or something.
I think he has a specific something specific in mind that he wants to run a different campaign.
Uh-huh.
If it has anything to do with Alexander Mall, because that one he already has like all of that. So he's like, yeah, man, I want to get your help on this, and just for me to look at it, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, just let us know. I'd be curious again, like me, and I've been looking at this with Riviera and Ronnie the past few days, and I was just looking forward to today to see if we can crack. I thought it'd be a walk in the park, but we keep running into issues. So, Um, it'd be cool to get another person's perspective. But yeah, anything else, bro, that you want to share? I see the message. So it looks like you have you create an opportunity. You have like two messages that go out after they book the call.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can stop sharing, but same, literally the same exact thing. It's just a different trigger because in the beginning, it was getting it confused and sending out multiple messages at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. Cool, bro. All right. Anything else, bro? That's top of mind for you?
Oh no, man, not much. I guess I'm looking forward to hearing what the guys are doing in terms of um the ads and stuff like that. Because
Yeah,
hopefully by this week I'm running at least a couple ads.
yeah, yeah. Hope, my fingers. I think after today's conversation, we'll have iron out. But everything I'm hearing is like, again, I sent you that Loom video, and my theory is like, again, things are gonna be smooth sailing. We just have to get past this initial hump. But from what I'm hearing, again, Ethan, $250 cost per acquisition. Aiden said about 150. Like, if that shit's like true, like we should all be fucking swimming in the money. From what I'm seeing, I don't see why not.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah. All right, guys, Riviera, Ronnie, Aiden, how do you guys want to handle this conversation? Do you maybe Ronnie want to or Ronnie want to share your screen, or Riviera want to share your screen, and just kind of share what you're doing, or Aiden, do you want to ask them a series of questions? I want to leave this up to you guys how you guys are going to tackle this. Aiden, what would be easiest for you?
I'm good with whatever.
I mean, I could show mine, and then if there's like a blaring red flag, um, and then yeah, my whole thing is like I basically have two campaigns, one that ran for Wendy and one that ran for my client Tim. They're both structured the same way, but for Wendy it worked. And then for Tim it just didn't. So to me it's like, well, there was one thing that did work, so it's hard for me to say, but I can show it in case you
Yeah,
just want to see it.
please.
Um,
And then Aiden, Ronnie's running the same thing. Like they keep getting these messages, but like they keep being like either bots or like, hey, I didn't mean to click on that ad. It's accident. And like I know Ronnie spent like maybe I don't know how much have you spent so far, Ronnie, testing? Like $200?
I think like 250, 270.
Yeah, and like nothing. And so,
Yeah.
so something's broken here.
That's wild. I've never, I run ads for our wedding stuff, which is, includes photo and video, plus another one of my close friends. She does photography, wedding photography, and I've been running ads for her for years now, running ads for us and one of my buddy's other companies that does wedding video and photo for years now. I've literally never seen a bot before. I've seen, a decent amount of people clicking through saying like, "Oh, this was an accident," but I've literally never seen bots before. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think
I could probably get a little bit
we might.
into what I'm seeing. I'm gonna just lay out everything that way you guys can see from the actual structure to the uh oops, let me put the inbox.
And I've got some stuff that I'm running right now that is outperforming in terms of like volume of quality leads, it's outperforming Alex Ma's stuff that I'm running for my photographer friend. So maybe we can cover some of those as well.
Cool, cool. So yeah, I guess so basically he was running stuff with Tim, and then he was getting bots. I ran it with Wendy, and then she had a bot or two, but most of them were legit, I would say. And she basically had like $9, $7 leads. Basically the structure is CBO. We just did $20 a day, pretty standard there, right? And then so far as the ad set, I won't go into like what didn't work, but eventually we cracked it, and we pretty much, again, just kind of similar stuff. Um,
I assume the ad set was like pretty much the same for Wendy and Tim.
yeah, so pretty much, and with Tim, we'll go into one of these that um was pretty much the same. So you'll kind of see it's pretty much the same. One thing I did notice is like the UI is different. So like you can see hers, it has like, I don't know if that it makes any difference, but I remember the UI just being like just different, right? It just shows like a box. It has different options. But this is Wendy's that was working, and then just detail targeting was pretty much the same. So yeah, it's pretty much the same in terms of everything. Except the UI is just different for some reason. But everything's pretty much the same. And then the ads, the this is Tim's. I think eventually I tried more ads. So this ad set wasn't the original one. There was an original one that was exactly like Wendy's, but I had just like started trying to stop the bots, so I was just adding more. But um, I think you had showed me like an ad like this at one time, Aiden. So that was working more than the Alexander Mall style was. So I just kind of ran with that. I know this was the one that was like kind of we tried, but it just didn't really pull any numbers. You can kind of see like it all gravitated towards this ad here. And it worked for her. She wasn't really getting bots or anything. And yeah, it's just like basically the same thing. This wasn't applied. It's just so you know. And yeah, just pretty much that. Um, yeah, that stuff there. And then with Tim, yeah, same. It's basically the same thing. I mean, if I want to go back into the actual ad set that I originally ran for him, when we had launched, what, probably 7 days ago, then it was probably these guys. And yeah, it was like, let's just go into the ad sets, like actual data. I think, yeah, he caught a lead on this one, funny enough, but I think eventually it ended up being I guess, yeah, the female photog was actually working for him, which is so weird because it just didn't work for Wendy at all. So a little bit of variances, but it is same location, same things, and things like that. I'm just trying to understand, like,
Do you think it might be helpful to just like skim from the top to the bottom of the ads in case there's something that jumps out at Aiden? Aiden,
oh, in terms
is there anything that's
Hey,
jumping out at you, Aiden?
of
um,
do this, and then maybe I do like the top performers. I don't know. Um,
and maybe
then
set
I
it to
could
like
go,
the last 30 days. I guess I don't know if that data is relevant.
yeah, let's just do last 30. For Wendy, I don't know if she was running it 30 days ago. I think she was. So yeah, Wendy's was. Um, I mean, that's kind of the data there for Wendy. And then for Tim, last 30 days, this was kind of it. I
And
would
you,
say this one wasn't relevant because that's not part of like the changes I had made that were similar to Wendy. So what worked for Wendy was, obviously the changes with this. And then this is pretty much the same here. So yeah, it was like a mix, but
so Wendy wasn't getting bots, but Tim has been getting a lot of bots.
that's the only difference. Like that's the only difference. And basically the way I know Tim is getting bots is it's like a thumbs up, it's a hello. It's, if you go to view profile, I'm like it shows some woman, but then it's some dude. like I'm like, what is this? Where am I? Like,
What the fuck?
um, yeah. And then weird pictures, and then the rings on the wrong finger. People dropping the N bomb on his freaking posts, which is terrible.
That's
And
so
then
funny and random. What the
and then
hell?
happy spring. It's like, what is this shit, bro? Like, it's just Tim's morale's in the fucking toilet
Dude,
because
I've run messenger ads for years and I've never once seen that ever. That's crazy.
no wedding, and then thumbs up, and then if I just want to jump into
Uh,
Wendy just to show the difference, I can kind of do that as well. There wasn't at some point at the tail end before I turned her stuff off, we were like $200 spent. She did start getting some weird stuff, but I'll kind of get into that right now. She's in a different, yeah, business portfolio. I'm probably gonna accidentally open one of her current messages from her DMs, but um
It's okay. You can mark them as unread after you open them.
I
okay.
noticed that we have a similar lead, the Maria. She sent me the same thing. That's crazy.
Really? You had the
Yeah.
same lead, the same bot.
Yeah, and it's like sending me, she sent me like a lot of weird pictures too.
Jeez. Well, yeah, let me get into when she was actually doing the wedding stuff. So yeah, I mean, yeah, or no, that was something else. I wonder if there's a way to, because she's running a minis program too, or minis thing too, so it kind of gets cluttered here. But yeah, this was the wedding one. So someone says April, you're all checking in. I want to know both price for da da da. She yeah, it didn't really respond. But I mean, generally they're at least, real. I mean, only parts of the ceremony or reception, how much would that be? You know, she'd get once in a while something weird, right? So it's not like she was foolproof, but look at she's like at least something like this. Just it's just crazy. No one responds though. It's even the people that were quote unquote real, like we were having issues of just getting people to even respond, and we should have done better follow-ups, to be honest, like more messages and stuff. Sometimes you get stop, and then some like wedding, and then I'm not marriage, and hers wasn't foolproof, right? But I mean, generally, in terms of Tim to her, the contrast was night and day. I mean, there's some people at least dropping dates and stuff. Um, you know, um, but it wasn't really foolproof. This one's like, sorry, I'm only 10. Wedding. It's like, sorry, I'm too young, but yeah, when I'm 16, then sure. I'm like, damn. Damn, I guess 16's the age. What?
He's got it all
Uh,
planned out.
so yeah, but I'm not engaged nor am I planning a wedding. Thanks though. Um,
This is a lot of what Ronnie
so
was getting. Is like, I'm not
so
getting
so Wendy
Ronnie
wasn't
too.
foolproof either, yeah. I'd say Wendy was dealing with it too. She was probably dealing with 50% bots, 50% real. Tim is like 100% bots, or at least 95%. I think he's got like one or two people that have, but um
This is blowing my mind. I've done this for 2 or 3 accounts for years, and I've like, yeah, the most I've seen is a couple people being like, "Oh, oops, sorry, didn't mean to do this," and not all the leads like text or like respond back again. Or like we have to follow up a couple times, but dude, that's insane.
Ronnie,
yes.
you guys are both running ads in the same location though. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. But Ronnie, were you running, did you have the same issue in Toronto? Or we haven't done Toronto yet?
I think the results were pretty similar even in Toronto. Like it was just like weird like messages or saying like uh I must have clicked it on accident or I didn't mean to or just not really good results.
Aiden, I have heard before that if you run like messenger ads, sometimes it takes like $500 of ad spend before the algorithm like figures out what you want and then it starts serving like good people. Is that true or like bullshit?
I'd say that's bullshit. Actually, something that would probably impact the results more is, I mean, one, I've got to, I probably want to go through the targeting settings a little bit more, but like it's super random. But one of the things that would probably make the biggest difference actually is changing the messenger template that they click on. It's super random, but I've noticed like it's kind of like the ads, like the algorithm just knows what is going to do better, or it will like favor one against the other ones. And so if you have one like ads that are not doing that great, I've noticed that will just turn things around 180 degrees. But no, I've seen ads do really well, like pretty quick off the bat, honestly.
Let's do this then. Let's go through like Aiden said, let's just double check the targeting, like just again all this the internal guts. And then after that we can look into your opening message and see if we can maybe tweak that. So let's
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, start at the top of the ad set for me
Yeah. Yeah, ad set is here. And yeah.
and scroll. Okay. So here's something that I will point out with the locations. What I would probably do is I probably wouldn't drop a pin like that. And the reason is because I don't know. I've had some people where it doesn't make as much of a difference. But in this case, where you're getting a lot of shit leads, you should pick a city to do it out of instead of some coordinates because what will happen is the with the city, that little check mark thing will show up to be like, oh, no, I don't want to select people that are more likely to respond to my ads. Um, and because when you have that checked on, you usually get leads that are like out of the area. That's when you get people that are just like have nothing really to do. Like it's exactly what
Yeah.
it it is happening. It's people that are going to click on your ad that are going to trigger that event, that event, technically speaking, but that aren't an actual lead. So I would that's probably one of the bigger things I
Yeah,
do
let
like
me
immediately.
let's do this. I'll duplicate one of Wendy's, like whatever, one of hers. Just because most likely if I were to launch just to test some things again, it would be on her account. So I could just like try some of this. But yeah, so yeah, something against drop pin. That's what I was thinking too. I was like drop pin versus city, and that was like one variation that I was thinking of too.
Ronnie, were
So
you
you would say
dropping?
something like Los Angeles or and just like name off a bunch of cities, right? Is that kind of like the deal? And I guess you could do a radius kind of with the city too,
Yeah,
technically.
exactly. Yep.
And then you can just do that instead, right?
Yep. And then yeah, that box is unchecked already. Yeah.
Ronnie, were you doing this or were you dropping the pin?
I was doing Irvine, California.
So you put in the city too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you
Did
know
you
if
check
you
this?
had yeah, did you have that box checked to reach more people likely to respond?
Ronnie,
Huh?
I think he's asking if you had this box.
Oh, I think
You,
I tried both of them. I think I had it on before, and then I also tried it with it off as well,
Yeah.
and still wasn't the didn't really change anything. Like I think I just had more leads come in.
I have seen messenger ads are a little bit more sensitive to that stuff or like to that setting specifically. But anyways, no, that's interesting.
let's keep going and if there's anything else that jumps out at you, Aiden.
Hold on, I was trying to open this too. Okay, cool. Yeah, just that stuff, exclusions. I think PPE I just basically it's set as engagement, like engaged with the page in some way. This is basically how I set up this. It's like that. Um, and yeah, I don't think it's on. Oops, did not mean to do that. I'm gonna further limit reach. Sometimes it likes to switch on stuff when I don't want it. Um, yeah, Los Angeles. Okay. Yeah, we're back where we were. Yeah, I mean nothing crazy there, right? Just in placements, I just have it set to just these basically.
Have you tried doing Advantage Plus placements?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it didn't really change. I never did with Wendy just because she was getting better results than Tim. But with Tim, he was getting such bad results. I had tried it and yeah, it didn't really change anything.
Um,
But yeah, that's pretty much that's
One other thing you could try to do, so this is something that was really bogging me down in um, my sales call funnel for contractors. And then actually for a while I would do this because what would happen is we would get people that were interested in quinceañeras. And we did one and we just hated it. And none of the people wanted to pay the rate we it was kind of just an FU price. But basically, what you can do is just make the language instead of it set to all or whatever the default is, set it to English. And there's like English US and English UK. Um, and then
interesting.
that could help reduce because yeah, that could help reduce like bad leads.
Yeah.
And then when we did that, I noticed that we got less quinceañeras after that.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like yeah, it's just like not it's like one of those things like I feel like there's not much to do, but I know sometimes even the slightest tweaks can change like stuff, and I've seen that before with Meta and just with other accounts. So, I'm hopeful that it can do something, but yeah, it's just weird that he gets so much more bots than Wendy, but I mean, I guess Wendy wasn't invincible to it either, so hopefully we could try this as in the next level test. Um, but yeah, that's kind of how I had it, is just like a 50-mile radius. I've thought about other cities, but I think per ad set, I've just thought about 50 miles per location. So that's kind of how I've set it up. And then, as far as the ad level, like I was dealing with a glitch for a while where it wouldn't allow me to make a form on here. Like it wouldn't let me have a form. Like even now, it doesn't even show her wedding form, which is insane to me. Okay, no, there it is. Exists. But for a time, I actually would duplicate this, and then it even kind of still has that glitch now. I'll hit duplicate, and then, oh wow, no, they just fixed it. I
Let's
was literally having this problem all freaking month. Dude,
let's
they just fixed it. But basically, I would duplicate it, and it would just be their templated, like I couldn't go back to like what I created. So this is at least good.
River,
Um,
let's do this really quick while Aiden's here. Let's just work
hmm.
setting this up so that because he did say that makes a big difference. So let's just
Oh, okay.
duplicate it and then set that up to make sure that um, we're not doing anything funky here.
Okay, so in terms of this or the what we were.
This one right here, you can just click duplicate and then
Hmm.
just again whatever Aiden says to put in to welcome, maybe if you're not doing exactly what he thinks would work. Um,
Okay.
I mean the great thing about I mean I with this I don't know if I have anything specific to say off the top of my head other than like maybe asking um like a different question first. But what I have seen is you can do something as simple as changing the wording or changing the question, and that alone will get the ad to do really well if the other ones before it were struggling. I guess I haven't really had this issue of, bots and things like that. So I I guess I can't necessarily speak to that, but um yeah, it might be worth um
so
my
maybe what we do, Riviera, is just like see how things go. And then in the event that it doesn't work, maybe this is one other variable that you just kind of finagle with. You just change a few words and see if that gets things working, like Aiden said.
and
Not to
Gotcha.
do
Yeah.
two variables all at once.
Yeah.
what I
No, that
can do
makes sense.
too, I can send you um send you guys a quick loom of my friend's messenger because it's different than ours with the DM us wedding thing.
Hmm.
She has where it's asking several questions, one right after the other, and of people that like all the wedding ads I've run, those probably get the least amount of like, oh, sorry, didn't mean to click this. Because it's
Hmm.
like answering questions and they have to like slide and pick the, whatever their answers would be. But
Yeah, within here. Okay. Yeah, it seems pretty low friction, but yeah, if you have anything that'd be cool maybe to try on the next if yeah, what currently doesn't work.
Do you
Yeah.
see anything wrong, Aiden, with like his welcome question and then his question? Do you see anything like inherently wrong with it?
no, I mean, this is the exact same thing that we have. Like literally, it's the exact same thing that we
Why?
have,
Why?
and we're getting.
Why the heck does it? Why? So here's my confusion. It's like, why the heck is the opening message? Hi, Daniel. Thanks for reaching out to me. DM me the word wedding for more info. Like, why is it asking to DM them that keyword? This isn't like a DM ad where if they send a specific word, it automatically gives them a certain response. Like, why is that? Is is there a logic behind that, or
Like you say specific, just why is it the word wedding and why are we having them DM the word wedding?
Yeah, because like the reason I'm asking is like okay, so if we look at the first one, it says, "Hey, name, thanks for reaching out. DM me the word wedding," right? But then the next line is, "When and where is your wedding? I want to make sure I'm available." So 99% of people that are actually going to respond, they're not going to respond with wedding. They're going to respond with the the date and location, unless I'm misunderstanding. Like, do people actually respond with wedding and then give the location?
Let me pull mine up and see. Let me double check because we
I've
had
seen people do wedding, and then I've seen people answer this too. Like they kind of pick and choose which one to answer. That's what I've seen, and I'm just copying it. So I just, I just saw it, and I
Yeah, I know.
implement.
I get that. Yeah, and the same thing. It's like we're copying, but it doesn't make sense to me. Like when I was running DM ads, not messenger ads, I would say DM me a keyword. Why? Because if they didn't DM, the automations and stuff would not start. But this, it doesn't. They don't need to DM you that word.
yeah. So we used to have it. Okay, so yeah, I tested a few things, and it might be prudent for you to test this as well, but I believe this is how Alex has it set up in his course, but I saw the same thing when I was initially starting out. I was like, this is stupid. That doesn't make any sense to me. And I tested it where there was the first, uh, just that first wedding part, and then it waited for them to say something, and then it responded with the next question. The only issue is a lot of people are like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click, or they'll ask other stuff, and it acts as if they said the word wedding. And I just found that the volume of leads was better this way than the other way. But for, you guys, it could be, it could be different, honestly. So
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I mean, man, it doesn't have to make sense to me if it fucking works. That's
yeah,
all.
no, that's it's fair though.
But
Kind of
Another
limited
thing,
too. It's like a welcome message, and then you have to ask a question. So that's the only reason too, probably why you have it set up that way. I'm assuming.
yeah,
that's what I was thinking too, is like it's just the format of there's nothing else you can put. The thing we tried though is here's what we tried, me and Ronnie, is for our welcome message, we said, "Hey, name, thanks for reaching out." And we wouldn't say to DM a keyword, and then we would go into the question and say, we would leave it this way. So that's the thing that we did because to me that just made way more sense than DM me the keyword. But that didn't necessarily fix the issue or anything. Um, so
yeah. And my friend whose ads I'm running, she doesn't have the DM thing either. And she's actually, I was just looking at her ads, she's getting way cheaper results than what we're getting with the Alex Ma ads, and they're ghosting her less, and they're, I don't, again, I don't think she's had any issues with like spam, like bots before, but she would get like, anyways.
Quick
So
question, was that the was she running instant format ads or what kind of format was she running?
messenger ads still the
Oh,
same.
okay.
Yeah. So she has like, wow, one, two, three, four questions that they have to go through. And some of them are like, oh, what are they? Well, so there's like, what is the date of your wedding? Do you have a venue booked? And if so, where? Do you know how many hours of coverage you need? If not, I'm here to help figure that out with you. What is your approximate budget? And she has like different options of budgets there, from like different ranges. And yeah, so I can send this to you guys and you guys can try this as well. Because honestly, like her cost per lead is better than ours using the Alexander Moss stuff. So
Okay. Yeah, for sure. It's just another thing to try. I think whatever variables we can punch in, like, um, it's just so weird with bots. I
yeah.
can't understand it, but
But I
um,
will say that like I've made the tiniest tweaks to these like messenger templates, like j literally just the tiniest t tweaks, and it will go from not doing that well to doing amazing. And so I don't know, just something to kind of keep in the holster in case
yeah,
I don't know, things keep going sideways.
right. Okay, thank you.
Ronnie, is there any like I mean, from what I'm hearing, I'm as confused as Rivera and you are, Ronnie. Like I'm not seeing anything that's jumping out. Aiden isn't pointing out and saying like, hey, you guys are all fucking up because you're, the wrong type of campaign. Like there's nothing that's significantly jumping out. But like, is there a question that you wanted to ask, Ronnie?
Um, no, but what I'm kind of thinking though is I've noticed that like some people can run the same ad, but those people can get like different results. Maybe setting up an ad differently, maybe like an instant format ad might work better for some people. I don't know. Like maybe try something different. I don't know though.
Have
What
you
do
guys?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that, Aiden? Like doing like instant formats or other things? Is that something you've tested out or anything?
I haven't tested lead form ads for weddings. I think my buddy Tyler has, so I'll ask him about that. I haven't done it. I mean, Koshik knows how I feel about instant form ads, especially for like direct to consumer. I think they're dog shit, but they can work. So like if you feel like you're getting them to work, then that's awesome. Um, yeah, honestly I don't even really like messenger ads either. What I want to test honestly is like a funnel for wedding inquiries, just because
Sure.
those are always the highest quality.
Ethan, so do you remember Ethan by any chance? Did you meet Ethan?
I don't know that I met Ethan. Maybe I did.
So Ethan joined. So Ethan was actually like, so he joined January 2023. So yeah, he was before you, and we were just like checking his stuff out. And so his cost for lead is like 250. I'm gonna share my screen with you. So I think that we were just going over this right before you hopped in, but I can share this with you. But he's going into a funnel.
Nice.
So I'll share this with you,
Does
Aiden.
it does that ad go to the funnel page?
Yep, exactly. So,
Goes by in a blur. The vows, the tears, the look that you're.
right, so typical talking head with some B-roll, click learn more. And as crazy as it is, man, it's like literally just the website. And, there's some stuff up here, and then down here, there's some information. That's it. And apparently, again, Mason was here and he was texting him, and Ethan said he spent 1.4K recently and turned that into 5 deals closed. So his cost per acquisition is about 250. And
That's
so
incredible.
it seems to work just fine. But I mean, you guys are already like sub 250, right? Cost per acquisition.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a few
You guys are like,
PIFs recently too.
hell yeah. What are you guys selling your piss for?
Just like a full wedding day package with the free engagement promo.
Gotcha. So yeah, what's your guys' cost? I think you said it was like 150 or something.
Yeah, I'd say like upwards of 200, or sorry, closer to 200 on like the higher end, but like lately it's been closer to like 150 or 100.
That shit's crazy. Shit's so crazy. Um, so yeah, Ronnie, so yeah, I mean, Aiden, like I said, man, I wanted to bring you on to see if there's anything that jumped out at you, and I was telling the guys, I was like, try to crack it, and if you can't crack it, obviously I want the guys to learn, but if you can't crack it, Aiden's here if maybe you guys want to work something out, and so I did mention that to them already, and I did mention that you were open to doing something like that, but I guess
Yeah.
we'll see what happens and kind of take it from there.
Yeah, yeah, it's whatever. No pressure. But and what I can do as well is I can send like a loom that reviews my friend's wedding photo ads. Because seeing the results that she's getting, I'm like, we're probably gonna change our strategy here too. So
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I think that'd be
Hmm.
helpful. But Ronnie, River, do you guys have more questions on this topic while we're still here talking about the stuff?
No, I mean, I'm sure I'll have questions if we start getting leads, but I think the first bottleneck is just getting them.
Yeah.
So I think that what we covered, like, I don't know, scratches that itch to at least try something new, flip the lights back on something new, that I didn't think to try. So I'm just pretty antsy to get it started and then kind of get some data over the next coming days.
Yeah. Ronnie, do you, from what I'm hearing in terms of what you're doing versus what Aiden mentioned is like, and maybe what we can do is we can try instead of a big location, we maybe just have a multiple cities and have like smaller radius and give that a shot. Aside from that, I'm not seeing a whole lot that we can do different with you. Um, yeah, I mean, do you have questions? Is there stuff you want to bring up, Ronnie?
Um, I mean, I definitely think that we should definitely give that a try. Also, I was thinking like maybe since I kind of have three people kind of in line, ready to get their ad set up, I was thinking maybe split up their budget into different like ads, like different ad strategies, and then we can maybe find a winner from that, but I'm not sure. What do you think?
I think figuring out a new ad strategy is very different, Ronnie.
Yeah,
So like if you look, for example, okay, so this is a different ad strategy. Would be creating a video ad like this, and then
yeah.
it would go into a page, but you have to create the video ad. You have to create this whole page. Like that's not going to happen in one day. That's going to take like a week to develop, and those guys probably don't even have the assets to make something like this. You know what I mean? And so I don't think that this is necessarily ideal. This would be ideal if somebody was specifically a wedding photographer and then they had all this stuff. Or and I don't think it's necessarily the best idea to do like an instant format right now. I think that would just be right now, like that would waste even more money than you already have.
Okay.
That's going to cost you way more money because right now it's like we already have a strategy and we just need to make some small tweaks. The best way I kind of explain is like right now you're driving to Michigan and we just have to kind of like figure out small corners or some shit to get there as fast as possible versus if you try to build a brand new strategy, that's like saying we're in Ohio and we're going to try to go to California or we're going to try to go to Spain. That's way different and there's a lot that can go wrong there. I think it's much smaller. I know you've already spent 250 bucks, but I think it's financially makes more sense to just try tweaking a few things and to tell this works instead of trying a completely different strategy because you're going to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars doing that.
Okay. Makes sense.
Right? It's like we're almost there. I know it's frustrating for you and Revere. I know it's frustrating, but I think we're almost there. I don't know what it is. I wish I could tell you what it is, but I think it's just making some small tweaks until something maybe starts working.
Yeah. I just got these three people that are like kind of, I can tell they're kind of getting impatient. So I'm just like, I told one of them, I was like, hey, we're gonna launch by Wednesday at latest. So like, gotta figure something out.
Yeah. So the next step I think is going to be the next step for you is just going to be tweaking the location. Revere, did you do anything else? I think that's all you did. You just tweaked the location, right?
I think tweak the location,
I
and
made
then
the language English
Oh yeah, yeah.
speaking.
So let try both those. So write those down if you haven't yet, Ronnie. So we'll make those tweaks. And so because we do you think there's a difference between English all versus English US, English UK, Aiden?
I hell if I know. No, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. So we'll try that and see how that goes. But yeah. Um, Ronnie, do you want to maybe share your ads, like your creatives, and kind of get Aiden's thoughts and Revere's thoughts really quick?
Yeah, I could do that.
So
And
go
Should I
ahead.
just start sharing or?
Yeah, yeah, you can start sharing it.
Okay.
Aiden, were you about to say something?
yeah, I can give you guys, I might have sent it before, but I can send an updated version of what I'm doing for my friend because she's getting much cheaper leads that are still like really high quality. And so, you know, Ronnie and Daniel, if you guys were going to test anything, it's like I would probably pivot and test this other kind of campaign that I'm running and try that kind of stuff. If you were to try something else.
We'd love to, man. Like as you can see, we're all freaking scratching our heads. It's like the greatest illusion, and we can't figure out how the magic trick was done. So if you want to send stuff over, please. I'd love to check out their stuff. I don't know, share as much as you feel comfortable. For me personally, if I had like, the Facebook page that you're running out your stuff out of their stuff, I could study the ads. I can go a little bit deeper and then obviously watch your Loom video. But again, just whatever you feel comfortable sharing. But yeah, Ronnie, do you want to go ahead and just share your create? And so I'm just bringing this up because Ronnie's using a lot of AI. So he like took some of Alex Ma's ads and he fed them in, and then he had it like create like creative. So maybe this is shit, and maybe you guys have a better eye, or maybe this is like genius. I don't know. So I figured it might be beneficial um, to share some of that.
Is my screen being shared?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the one that I ran yesterday. So this one is for forget what part of California was it? Let me see. In Irvine, California. Um, so I'll just go from the top to bottom.
Show your ads. Like show your
Oh,
yeah, show your pro.
okay.
Um
So I have like 9 different creatives. So this is one.
And did this campaign generate any leads?
same thing as
Um,
same thing as Riviera. It's like a bunch of weirdos.
yeah, I've only had 3 so far.
So this is all AI stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can tell.
Not too bad.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's actually crazy.
So I think what he did is he like took like Alex Ma's ads and like screenshot them and then he like fed them to ChatGPT and like prompted it
Yeah.
like change the face, make it a woman.
Yeah.
Do you know which one did best?
I can see. Let me see.
Let's see which one's got the messages.
Okay, let me go out.
My money's on the black and Asian couple.
That's what I was telling. I was like, that one's got to be a good one because there's so much variety.
Oh, I think it is.
Yeah, Irvine is a lot of Asians live there.
Click go to
Really, most of where I live.
go to results, Ronnie, and then
Um,
right, 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 and then click on that. Yep. And so, yep, it's the it's the
No, no
yep.
way. Called it. That's funny.
What's image 8 and 5?
let me see.
So that's the other version of it where there's like they're all white, and then go to image 5, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that one. So that makes sense because it's like kind of like, there's beaches and stuff out in Irving. So yeah, I don't know. What do you, Aiden, is anything jumping out at you of like, don't do that or
I can go through it slowly as well if you want.
Maybe just through the ad set settings.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could scroll through those.
Is it this one
Uh,
or this one? Or
yeah, this one. Yeah, you're in it.
okay.
Nothing like super stands out as of right now. That's super cool that you got AI images to work. Um,
and I was thinking for also Riviera and Estelon, I was like, this makes so much sense. If it does work, I don't know why the fuck it's not working, but if it does work, just like don't ask your photographers for images, just like use AI, throw a bunch of shit in there and just get results as soon as possible so that we can get people results without like, any issue of them sending us photos and stuff. Like for example, Eslan with Bria, he's got all these photos himself, but like not every photographer. Like for example, if we close portrait photographers and they don't really do weddings like that, they're not going to have those images. And that was the case with Ronnie for all of his photographers.
go back up to the location, the city.
Yeah.
Daniel, did you target men versus women in your ads?
No, I just did the women. I don't think I've ever done. Yeah, I've never done any other option.
I think Ronnie, he's saying, yeah, click there, edit.
Oh, this?
No, the location.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, no, it's not checked. That's good.
This is random, but for the CBO, aren't we supposed to duplicate the ad set?
We
That was gonna
are,
be my next thing, yeah.
we
I
are. So
tried that.
so Ronnie, we did that where we had like one ad set with like 3 or 4 ads in it and duplicate the ad set. And it so so Aiden, so here's my thought yesterday, and this is what I was telling Ronnie and Rivera. I was like, all right, guys, this is not working for either of you guys. You guys have both done the location in California. You guys have both done, Ronnie has done Toronto. You're both having similar experiences. And then I was like, okay, Riviera's ad was like out on the beach. And it was like this really cinematic image. And then I was thinking about all of Alex Ma's ads, and every single one of his ads, there's a photographer holding a camera. every single one of them. And I was looking at Bria as well, Essalon, the Essalon's friend, same thing. So I was like, all right, if that's the issue, why don't we just create a bunch of ads where there's a photographer holding a camera? That's what this is. I was like, all right, let's just create one CBO campaign, one ad, so just throw a shit ton of creatives in there that are all holding the camera instead of like doing this whole all that stuff. It's like if this works, it might not be as good as having a CBO with multiple ad sets and ads and all that stuff, but at least we should have something here. And again, we're getting messages, but it's the same shit. So I was like, okay, maybe my theory isn't correct. I just wanted to test that theory. That's why the campaign looks the way it does, Eslan. Because like if that were the case, then we would have like fucking 20 ads in every single ad set because we would be duplicating every single. That's why I didn't have him do that. But yeah, I guess I don't know. Ronnie, is there anything else you want to go over?
I don't know. I think that's pretty much all I have. Just really interesting, like what's really happening. Because we tried multiple ads, a whole bunch of different creatives, different styles. I don't know what's really going on. It's pretty much the same results.
Yeah.
I know for niches, like for dental, if I run instant forms, it's bots. But if I run it for Wendy doing minis instant form, it's real people. So it's like almost a niche to niche case basis on like, I don't know. It's so weird. And if I run her a landing page, it doesn't get her leads. But if I run a landing page for dentists, it gets them leads. So I think,
Oh,
that's just something I kind of observe.
something I forgot to ask is, are you guys, so in the Meta Business Suite, you can mark a lead as spam. Have you guys done that?
I don't
No,
think
we haven't. Or at least I haven't. I can't speak for Ronnie.
I haven't.
So I don't know. This is just like kind of a gut thing, but whenever I get a lead that is like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click on the ad or something like that, I'll go in the Meta Business Suite, you can mark it as spam. And the reason my I don't know, I just feel like that is a little bit of a feedback mechanism to the algorithm to be like, hey, this was a bad lead, like this was spam, this wasn't a real lead kind of a thing. Um, so I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah, anyway, I had a question for you.
Yeah.
So I know you said that you were running the same campaign for Wendy and then I think your client named Tim. I was
Mhm.
curious, like, I kind of wanted to get Aiden's input as well. Like, let's just say we created this ad for like 100 different people. Do you think all the results would be similar, or do you think that it could be varied out?
I mean, you probably wouldn't know unless you put money to
Yeah.
try and test it. I mean, yeah, I just wouldn't know. I know what I did with the minis before I kind of sold it to people was I basically ran it in a bunch of different locations for myself in different states. So I tried like 5 or 6 different states, and I think out of 5 out of the 6 states, they all gave them real leads. Something I didn't try with the weddings. Maybe I should have tried, um, but maybe that's the next test I try is not only doing because if I'm gonna rock 4, ad sets in a CBO campaign, maybe 2 of those ad sets or 3 of those ad sets are let's get out of California, and just to see if what if it's just a California, what if it's just an Orange County, Los Angeles County issue, right, or San Diego County issue? Because it seems like that's where we're really sticking our radiuses around constantly on this testing. And, it would be kind of damned to see like me try this in other states or Ronnie try this in other states and that shit pops off. And then it's like, damn, is California forbidden or something?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's something to consider. I definitely on my next test, I want to try a different state for just shits and giggles and see if anything changes from that.
And Ronnie, you're talking about just like spam leads, or are you just talking about results in general?
Like the people that are engaging with the the ad, it's like pretty much just all spam or bots or people saying like, "Hey, I don't you got the wrong person," or like didn't mean to click on that. Things like along that line are pretty much just all I'm getting. I think I've gotten like I've tried this for like 3 to 4 days. I think I got like 15 or 20 leads and not a single of them one of them were like legit, which is crazy.
That is crazy. I'll say this. I have myself run ads for us, like in different cities and different states all over the country for us trying to get like destination or travel jobs. And we will get real people and real leads in all those locations that we run them in, like
Yeah.
everywhere from Idaho, Colorado, Arizona, LA, San Diego, Vegas, even like Seattle, Florida, like everywhere. And so I know too that that's really frustrating to hear as when it's your head that's being bashed against the wall over and over again, being like, why isn't this working? But like, I've done it myself several times and gotten real people. There was like one lead that I can remember where it was like she messaged and I looked at her profile and it was just like hella trailer trash. It was like girl that looked like she was with some 50-year-old guy and she was just graduated high school and they were living in a trailer or something. But other than that, like they were all, real people and we're having real conversations and things like that. But
I wonder if
Gotcha.
trying an ABO campaign or something. And I know this is kind of built off CBOs, but I know for my dentist, like first Dr. Lisa, the CBOs work for her. But when I try them with Dr. Potts, who's just in the county over, it just his ads shit on themselves. And then only ABOs work with the same creatives. And it's fucking I can't understand it. And they're literally in like neighboring counties. But ABO will work for basically her, and then CBOs work for him, and it's just so mind-boggling. I can't understand it, but I don't know. Something to throw out there is like maybe potentially trying an ABO with the same shit.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, Rigor. That's definitely something we should test out for sure.
There's,
Part of
there's this,
also,
I wonder, again, I don't want to put my tinfoil hat on, but like again, we're in a place where we're just trying to like find something, but it's like the only other variable I can think of is it's the ad account and the Instagram. I'm willing to bet Aiden's Instagram, him and his wife, it's like optimized for weddings. I that might have an effect. Um, and again, their ad account. I don't know. That's the only other thing I can kind of think of.
this is small, but kind of adding to what Aiden was saying in the inbox. Whenever you're marking somebody on spam, it works the other way too. So if you guys qualify them and move them in the stages that, because Facebook is turning, they want to turn it into like a CRM. If you guys qualify them and turn them in, it's going to increase the lead quality too.
Can you show like where that is really quick? Is that something that's really simple to do, or is that you?
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty simple. Is 1 second.
Can you share your screen, Aslan, while you do it, and then Ronnie, you can stop sharing your screen.
just really quick while he's doing that, I went back and pulled up my ad sets from when I was targeting different cities.
Yeah.
And I was targeting it was women ages 18 to 65 plus. So I did give it a little bit more breathing room in that sense. I don't know. I'll look and see if there's anything else that stands out to me that I did differently with those, but
Okay.
we were getting leads from like LA and things like that.
Copy, copy. So Ronnie, we'll start doing this as well, whatever Aslan is showing, in terms of trying to get the algorithm to be a little bit smarter.
For sure.
This is also goes to what's his face? So Alex Ma's course where he's talking about just in case once you guys do start getting lead for the client, make sure that they're answering everything in here because if they're doing it in the IG or in the messenger itself, it might block their inbox or something like that. That's what he was saying at least.
Okay.
But my computer's slow as shit. Um so I did win and buy the people who I actually got on calls with and I put them at qualified. Um so yeah, you guys will see all the leads in one place here, and then you just like go high level, you pass them on to the different stages. And you can also do that in the inbox a little bit differently, but you can also do that in the inbox too. Um, Give me 1 second. I'm not sure which one I can show.
That's crazy. You got the same lead as me.
Oh, really? Which one?
Jordan Gaynor. He came into my funnel October 31st.
That's funny as fuck.
That,
October?
that fool clicked on the same ad.
October?
He came through in October, yeah.
Oh man, that's hilarious, bro.
I gotta check the notes to see if we ever had a call,
Still a
but
trash lead because he don't respond. He like
oh
responds
yeah,
back, but he don't commit. Um,
I don't have him responding to me at all or answering calls from what I'm seeing right.
so in this portion right here, you guys can mark people as a lead, um, set different labels, like for like if you got to do follow up or something like that, follow up.
Is this where you can is this where you can put in spam though? Is this like that or is that something else?
Mm, that
You
part,
in the three dots by their name, up or right above the conversation, or yeah, right there. That's where you move to spam.
I see, that's what you're talking about. Okay. So Ronnie, let's start doing that then. And then Riviera, we can start doing that as well. And maybe that'll help with results. So, all right, cool. Thanks for sharing, Eslam.
for sure.
All right, guys. What else do you guys want to chop it up about before I talk to Aiden about his specific stuff? Anything else, Riviera, Ronnie?
I think
No, no, that's it for me.
Ronnie, anything else?
I think it was pretty cool what Eslon shared over with the spam and like that strategy and that screen. That was pretty cool. I never seen that.
Yep, yep. So hopefully that helps. But yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna talk to Aiden a little bit. If you guys have more questions, obviously let me know. But yeah. Aiden, what's going on, man? Did you get a chance
Yo,
to work on any of that stuff or had a little bit of a busy week?
it was a little busy. I was able to work on the landing page, but um, wasn't able to launch anything. Our ad account was also disabled. I got to call my bank and get that figured out. But I was able to start working on a landing page. That was something I wanted to was hoping to go over. Is like I feel like I've seen your guys' landing pages before, but if there's like a structure or something that you feel like is done best for you guys, I was
Yeah.
interested in seeing that. But
If you want to, if you have something kind of sort of built out, I can have a look and I can kind of give my thoughts.
yeah, it's nothing crazy. But here, let me pull it up.
So remind me, what are we, from the last conversation, are we trying to see if we get leads first, or are we trying to see cost per click and we're optimizing for purchase? Like what exactly, or remind me what we're doing?
Um,
So I remember
I
we were kind of in a testing phase before we wanted to launch anything.
yeah, basically, I guess I'd have to go back. I thought it was basically just like a yeah, testing ads. I did we I can't remember if we talked about like seeing if we could get actual purchases or not.
I don't think we said actual purchases yet because we're going to need to create a video ad for that.
Yeah.
I think what I wanted to see was I wanted to see a sales page, and I think a sales page, I think that's what we said. And then we want to just kind of see what your cost per click is, unique link click-through rate.
Yeah. What I've done, so like literally what I've done is just taken the the call funnel and converted it to a purchase page right now. That's all I've done so far.
Okay, gotcha. If you wanted to just run some traffic to this, you could. Um, it's up to you. I mean, I can share with you kind of the psychology of like what we want on this page and why, like what converts, if that's something that would be interesting to you.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so I'll go and share my screen. Um, I don't know if we have map masters. Mapmasters.com. Shoot. Infinite. Infinite. I'm terrible at spelling. Infinite. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna fuck this up. I know. See if I can find. Oh, I'm gonna go through our conversation. Because I had Jorge create something and then I just like went through his whole page and made a bunch of tweaks to it to optimize it. And so I feel like his would be a good example so you can kind of see it in a different niche. Give me a second here. Shoot. I think, no, this is not it. Just give me a second. I know I'm gonna find it here soon.
Was it kind of like the one that you and Daniel set up?
I'm sorry?
Was the landing page similar to the one that you and Daniel had set up for when you guys were doing the portrait photographers?
I
Like
don't
the
remember.
outline and the layout and everything.
Yeah, yeah. Um, exactly. It's like, and so like the reason I bring it up is like the headline matters, um, like the day by day matters, like all those small little details matter. That's why I'm trying to pull this up because you're gonna, there it is. My bad. All right. And then I'll pull up the one for the photographers as well. All right, give me a second, guys. There we go. All right. So, so the first thing is obviously a little bit of scarcity urgency. I think that's important. You want to call out, and then I think this is the biggest thing. And so I feel like, I mean, I feel like as time progresses, you can do things like this where um learn a specific thing, like learn how to get leads for the homes, learn how to like different um best way I can kind of explain is like this is your market, this is your need, this is your avatar. And then just think about all the pain points that this person has. So pain point one is getting leads. Pain point two is sales. Pain point three is like getting land. Pain point four is like developing like contracts. I don't know, like all the different problems. And each of these is going to serve as a course. Okay. And all of these courses just feed into your top of funnel. Okay. And then middle of funnel is the content. And then bottom of a funnel is going to be, the sale. Okay. Are you with me so far?
Yep.
Okay. So what I'm trying to get at is the top of funnel, the easiest way to fill it up, I think, is going to be not to do this, but to actually lead with literally just the same thing. Learn how to build a six-figure business without pain point, pain point, pain point. That's what we did for the photographers. For Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, learn how to build a 6 to 7 figure thing without pain point, pain point, pain point. So I would say if you're a business owner, like your avatar, again, I see what you did in terms of like get 3 to 5, whatever. I feel like that works really well for like a call funnel. But for this, if you want to just get a bunch of sales calls, casting the widest net would just be learn how to build a 7 or 8 figure um, whatever home building business without all the things that they hate doing, even if whatever. So it just becomes like, oh, I can build this thing and all this friction is out of the way. And then this part's pretty much the same. And again, this video ad I'll work on with the script with you. And then testimonial, infinite Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu leads, proven thing. And this part's really important. I was explaining to Jorge, he was using a lot of like jargon, like cash flow kickstart. You don't want to use any of those words. You want to be very much like cold traffic reads this and they know exactly what the hell this is. You don't want to use any fancy jargon. And again, I work with him, like he typed something out and I just like kind of like rebuilt it and then he like tweaked it last. After that, this part's pretty simple, like what's all included, just nobody really cares. I'll be honest with you, like this is the part that does the selling. What does the selling is calling out this thing right here. Most people don't even really watch the video. They look at the price point and they care about this. They're going to read through this and then they're going to make a decision like, oh, and again, Hormozy talks about is like they're looking for one thing that's the biggest pain point for them. That's going to be like, okay, it's worth the 47. That's all it is. And the rest of this, again, most people are not really consuming it. This stuff right here, who am I? This part I think is important, but I don't think most people are even reading it. This just disqualifies the wrong people and further attracts the people that are a good fit. So this is a magnet, and then this is repelling people. And then obviously some testimony, some results. So here you would like share like some of your like cost per leads and stuff like that, and maybe some people within contracting like sub niches that we can put in here. And then this stuff FAQ. That's pretty much it. And then you have like the box, and then boom. So that's what the page looks like. And so if we were building something, and you actually really, if we were right from the gun trying to make sales, I would say build this out. But again, this takes time. And so I think I forget what we spoke about, man. I'm so sorry. But on our last call, I remember I said to do something before the step just to make sure, because again, for you, it's a time thing, right? And for you, it's like, this is going to take us, maybe 1, 2 weeks for you to build out, to film, edit, put it on here. So I think what I wanted to just see is like run ads to a page that looks something like this. And maybe building the page out is not that difficult. I don't know. And then we say like join the wait list. And we're running purchaser ads and seeing if we can get cheap people to join the wait list. And then it's like, okay, if we're getting people to join the wait list, the CPM is relatively low, cost per click is relatively low. Okay, maybe it makes sense to go out and build this thing.
Also, I was thinking of it'd be really easy to do like a swipe file that would basically serve as the same thing in, I don't know, they still get something out of it. Just as like I don't know if I would advertise it as like a swipe file, but like we can still send them a document that has everything bare bones of what they would need to get started, get going.
I'll actually share something with you like super high level so there's like different variations of this funnel. And what's really cool is what you're talking about is I've seen what they do is they have an ad where they offer something. It doesn't have to be this course. It can be like a PDF, a swipe file or something. It's usually something that like they need to hop on a call with you in order to get access to it. And then what happens is then they purchase the thing. And then on the implementation call, you give them the thing that they asked about. So you give them the thing. So unless they hop on a call with you, they can't get the thing. And then the second half of the call, that's when you make a soft pitch of your thing. And then if they're down with it, then you move that to a sales call. So this is kind of I think what they were calling this is a forced sales call funnel. So if you wanted to provide like a swipe file, something for maybe $7 or whatever price point you wanted, and there was something involved in that swipe file where they had to hop on a call, that could be a good idea. But yeah, I just want to throw that out there. You don't have to worry about this. What I'm just saying is like, I'm just trying to like get you to think a little bit of like spend a little bit of time and think like, okay, do a swipe file, okay, but like, is there anything I can do where I have them require a sales call for that thing? That would be like, that would just make your life a lot easier. That would be like, and the thing is like, if that worked, well then fuck, we just like launch that shit, make some money with that before building out this whole low ticket course thing. It's all the same, like swipe file, course, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I've seen so many people, digital giveaways, the Excel sheet, whatever the fuck it is. It doesn't matter. It's the same shit. But yeah, thoughts, questions?
No, that makes sense. I like it.
Okay.
Just a lead magnet.
Yeah, it can be like a lead mag, basically. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, questions, comments, concerns, thoughts? Yeah.
Not about that. Nope.
Okay. Yeah, the main thing I want to see, dude, is like I just want to see you run purchaser ads and we just look at the cost and it's not crazy through the roof. And as long as your unique link click-through rate is great, cost per click is good, CPM is good, all right, cool, it'll work. It'll work. Yeah. Um, anything else, bro? Okay.
No, not about this. No. Or
So
I guess yeah.
So as you start working on it, just keep me posted, like, right? Like before you like build the thing, just be like, okay, Kushi, here's what I'm thinking. And then I'll kind of maybe green light it, red light it, right? Because again, you're probably take some time to think like, okay, what would the cheat sheet be or what would the thing be? Just throw some stuff at me and then I will let you know and be like, okay, yeah, sounds good, or maybe we should do this. And then this way you're not wasting time building something out, you know? But yeah. Cool. Anything else? Okay. Um, Circling back, Rivera, Ronnie, Estelon, you guys have thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, anything?
I have a question just out of curiosity. Um, so with the messenger ad, it's so simple for people to just, click message and or say the word wedding. Um, with the instant form, we're at least qualifying them with three questions. Wouldn't that technically should yield like higher quality leads, you think, or no? Because it sounds like you guys are very against the instant formats, which I could see why. But technically shouldn't that yield like better quality leads since they're doing a little bit more?
Aiden, you got thoughts on this one? Because I know you love shitting on instant formats.
No, there's a time and place. Again, I'll have to ask my buddy Tyler. I believe he's run those like the lead forms for weddings specifically. Yeah, I mean, in terms of like lead quality, like at the if you want to, yeah, at the top with like the coldest, the lowest quality is going to be messenger, then it goes lead form, then it goes funnel. So it's definitely true. So um, the I will say this, the part of what makes a lead qualified is adding friction. And you can do the same thing in the messenger ad as you can with the lead form ad and the funnel ad, which is just ask more questions. And so you can do that with all of them. Honestly, I'd say, I've got nothing against testing the lead form ads. In my experience, they've just been lower quality in general. And I haven't had an issue with the messenger ads yet. But yeah, I mean, if you've got some budget to mess around with, then yeah, there's no reason you can't test it.
That's the one. Me and Ronnie were doing a little bit of funnel hacking yesterday, and we found, Ronnie, remember there was like an account that had like 90 ads running. There was an account that had
Yeah.
90 ads running, and oh, I think I actually have it. Um, and they were doing instant form ads, bro. Um, so it's like it works, right? So it's not like it doesn't work. Um, shit, I don't have it, bro. My bad. But yeah, they were running ads, and it was an instant form ad, bro, and they had a shit ton of questions on there. So to your thing of what you're saying of like qualifying, add shit ton of questions. I didn't go all the way through it, so I don't know. And then they were also running ads that went directly to a website, just like Ethan is. But his thing looked, it was like half the page. It was like some video or photo stuff on the left side, and on the right side just like looked like an opt-in kind of page. So they were doing both of that, and again, they were running 90 ads, so for sure they're those guys are making bank. So I've seen Instaform ads, I've seen Messenger ads, and then I've seen ads that go to like a site. So all three of those seem to be working.
Okay. There's a wedding company that I'm working with whenever they send me weddings, like maybe 2, 3 times a year. I don't know if you will want to check them out or not, but they're Candid Studios. Maybe we can see what kind of ads they're running. I thought about doing that, I just keep forgetting, but Candid Studios. Let me see.
Is it these guys? Columbus wedding photographer videographer?
Mm, no, 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 because they're not based in Columbus.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna see if I can find out. I'm actually in their. Unfortunately, I can't do any like I can't see what they have going on, but I am in their CRM or in their Go High Level. As one of their contractors.
Westbourne Grove, London.
Let me see. I guess that is such a common name. Let me see if I can find them really quick. Kenneth Studios. If I can find it, I can always put it on the group chat. KennethStudios.net is
Yeah,
KennethStudios.net.
that's this one. Um, if I go to their Facebook about or
Oh, there it is. Yep, that's the logo. So they're running ads here. They have a website built for Columbus, apparently, like a whole Google thing for Columbus, because they're not based out of Columbus.
they are not running ads from this account.
Okay. Okay, I was just curious.
Or maybe they were and they're just currently not or running ads from somewhere else. Um, but yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Here's what I'll tell you guys. I don't want to spend too long here because I don't think it matters too much. But all that matters is like business is all just kind of going to some fundamentals here is LTV and then CPA. All that matters, guys, is this right here. And so the reason I was asking is so 250 is what Ethan is doing, but then what is his LTV? Let's say his LT is 5K. I don't know. Let's just say he's selling some high-end stuff versus Aiden, his cost per acquisition is 150, and then let's say he's selling a 2K package. So which one's better? This one is fundamentally better, right? And so all I care about is this right here. That's all I care about, one, and then two, dollars per hour. So it's possible that, let's say theoretically, this is much bigger, but then this is much faster. And so my dollars per hour could still end up being higher with Aiden's way. Does that make sense? So these are the only two things that you should be looking at. What is the profit, which is the difference between LTV versus this? And again, different funnels can result in different things, but then also what is my dollar per hour? So right now, for example, Estalon, you have a very low cost per acquisition through, again, your strategy. But ultimately, what we're gonna have to figure out here in 3 months or 1 month or 2 months is what is your dollar per hour? And is it better to do that versus doing a call funnel the traditional way? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so I bring that up because again, let's study these things, but ultimately this is what matters. And that's kind of the North Star. So I just want to bring that up really quick. But yeah. Other questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, guys? Ronnie?
Um, I was gonna just say I was gonna do, yeah, I mean, the main thing I want to try is the test for the I mean, it looked like Ronnie was doing the city location, so if he's still having trouble, then I guess I'm kind of betting more on the uh the English type of change. So I feel like, but with CBO, we have so many assets to test that I don't know, for shits and giggles, I was thinking of testing a different state just to just can I get some real people and just see if, I don't know. It
I
wouldn't
actually
help anything, it would just, but just to scratch the itch.
I actually tried the USA like for both UK and English, and it didn't really make that much of a change, so I don't think it's probably that either.
For Ronnie, the things that we tried is we tried it out in Canada, so it's a location. Granted, it was not the same ads. We did try to do English all, and then he did do the pinpoint of the location. And I know, it's just like womp womp when you hear that.
Well, maybe we try the what did you do the age range? Because mine was just like, I forgot, something women, something to something 40 years old. So I don't know,
Yeah,
maybe trying till 65. Um I just imagine if there's so much, if we're limited so much and there's only so much fish in a barrel, I feel like because Meta will just start pushing it out to whoever to get, the paid traffic you paid for, right? So I feel like that puts it in a position to get you, like, Meta's just trying to check a box, to make sure you get your paid traffic you paid for. And my fear is, like, if we limit it too much, maybe that's why we're just getting bot traffic. And another theory I had was that if we're not doing the winning ad, instead of getting no clicks and a high, or a shitty cost per click or shitty all this stuff, that no human would actually want to click on this shit. And bots naturally are the only ones that would. That is actually something I thought about as well. And it's like, versus other niches or other things we run, like our way of seeing an ad is shit is that we don't get a click, we don't get a whatever. But maybe in this world and maybe in the messenger world, what that looks like is, yeah, it looks like we're catching a lot of L's with these bots, but maybe it just means we have a shitty ad. So I don't know. These are I guess, like Kwashik said, we're just trying to find, like, I'm just throwing out ideas on like what it could be, but um in my mind, that just makes me be like, go harder on creative, and potentially down the road, maybe, I don't know. I'm down to spend just to crack this shit. So I'm willing to try an instant form. I'm willing to try a landing page versus an instant form versus a messenger ad, and then just go ham and then just see what happens.
Start by my suggestion would be to stick to, because again, dude, look, as crazy as it sounds, the only people that are cursed is Riviera and Ronnie. That's it. Both of your names start with R, and everybody else, it seems to be working just fine. It's working for Aiden. It's working for Bria, Eslan's friend. I don't know. It worked for me back in the day. I don't. It's never not worked. And so I would say just keep at it, guys. As gay as it sounds, keep at it. Do not try to do instant formats. Do not try to go into, because there's just so much more to test there. Right now we have literally, it's just a small little thing. It's just a small thing. I know it's annoying, but it's just a small thing. And I believe we will crack it. It's expensive right now. I know it hurts, but I promise you it is way, because here's the thing. We do instant formats, or we do add to what, there's just a lot to figure out. It's not just like it's there. You have to figure out the discovery call. You have to figure out the sales call. There's so much more to figure out. There's a different type of buyer. There's more involved. I was telling Ronnie, and I would tell you guys this. I would only do that after you guys have cracked this. It's working. Your clients are getting results, and now you have some cash and you want to test down the road for somebody. That's the only time. Or you have a client that it's not working for, and then we want to test out before we want to test something out. That's the only time I would test it. I would not be testing right now. I would keep at it with where you guys are at. I just bring that up, Rivier, because again, what you said, I feel you, I feel you. But I think it's trying a different state, trying different things, and then and going from there. One thing I'm thinking for Ronnie is, like, instead of like one location, 50-mile radius, maybe we pinpoint a few cities and do like 10-mile radius. Give that a shot. Give that a go. Kind of see stuff like that. So I just want to just throw my 2 cents out there. I think that's going to be cheaper than trying to completely go to an instant format right now.
Koshi, what would you say to them trying the other campaign that I'm running that's working?
Like that kind of stuff, 100%, bro. 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
whenever you can, Aiden, that would be great to throw in there. To launch one of those ad sets would be pretty dope.
Yeah, I can do that tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Um, other things, guys, that you guys want to go over? Yeah. Okay. Going once, going twice. All right. I'll see you hooligans next weekend or next week. Peace.